Hello, everyone, and welcome to the new year. It is 2023, but that does not mean you are free from any of the things that happened back in 2022. And this video right here is a perfect example of that. Logan Paul, I mean, who should be surprised? He did this a couple years ago, right at the beginning of the year. He did something stupid. Here it is again, but this time it is because he's getting exposed for a crypto project that he was working on. Wow, who would have thought that crypto was like suspicious or scammy in its very nature? Anyways, this must be one of the worst videos to have come out in a pretty recent amount of time, pretty bad response video. So if you're not aware, a couple weeks ago, CoffeeZilla, a YouTuber that is pretty famous for exposing scams and grifters online and on YouTube, he made a three-part miniseries about Logan Paul and his crypto coin and his crypto project, CryptoZoo. Essentially, what he's saying is that CryptoZoo is a scam and that people were scammed out of their money, which is pretty self-explanatory. Does that really surprise anyone that it's Logan Paul that's doing it? Not really. He's one of the Paul brothers. Both of them are known for this kind of behavior, this kind of scummy behavior, and it now in the new year, Logan Paul decided that it's a good time to create a follow-up response video to it. So, without really having to go through the whole 7 minutes, it's a pretty bad 7 minutes to put it lightly. And I'm not going to put you guys through that. I want to save you the pain and spare you from it. So basically in the video, Logan takes no responsibility, no accountability for the project and the kind of damages that it's done. Does that really surprise anyone? Not really. It's Logan Paul we're talking about. Again, he's one of the Paul brothers. It's kind of in their nature to do this kind of scummy thing towards their fans, kind of just exploiting and beating them out of money for it. So I only found out about what Logan did and his response through Charlie or Penguin Zero, Ludwig, and Scott Schaefer. Now, what was funny to me is that at the time I was watching this video, it was like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I found out about this. Logan Paul only had about like 800,000 views, which is still good, but for Logan Paul to have only that few views, it's kind of surprising. And to have Charlie already surpass a million, that's pretty surprising. To have Ludwig have half of that, he's probably had more now, but like still, that's pretty surprising that more people were tuning in to other more reliable sources than to Logan himself for what he had to say. I think that's pretty funny. Now, in this screenshot, as you can see, the like to dislike ratio at the time that I originally was viewing this video, the ratio was crazy. 500k likes to over 100k dislikes. Ouch. That's gotta sting your ego to have not only your fans, but to have other people come and tell you and call you out on your BS. That's gotta hurt, especially if you have such a huge ego like Logan does in this video. Now he says a lot of different things in this video that are pretty funny. He talks about things like with CoffeeZilla only attacking him and using Logan's name to get views, and that CoffeeZilla is addicted to those views and whatever, that he's only doing this for the money. And like I was just thinking, what the hell do you do, Logan? Where do you fit in with all of this? Do you not bounce off of people when you were starting your career? Aren't you addicted to all the clicks and all the views that you get? Like, aren't you being hypocritical here? He was saying that Coffee was interviewing felons and people that were scamming people. And one point that was brought up, I forget in whose video, but just because that the people that Coffee was interviewing were scammers themselves, or that they were doing some malicious things with CryptoZoo, that doesn't mean that they didn't also lose out on their money. It's not like a mutually exclusive thing. And yes, it's not good that you're interviewing these types of people, but at the same time, they're also some of the people that are affected by this. And the other thing is too, a lot of the people that Logan was talking about that CoffeeZilla reached out for interview, they were the same people that Logan Paul himself hired. It was through his HR team or whatever that he had for the project, but it was still through Logan that these people were hired. That is pretty crazy that he's attacking Coffee for the people that he interviewed, but he's the person that originally hired them. Pretty contradictory, pretty funny if you ask me. And like other things that Logan was doing, he was saying one of the lines is like he's gonna come here with facts, and he kind of sounded like Ben Shapiro when he was saying that.
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting.
Not far off from it either. And that he's still trying to help this community, that he also got affected by this. It's like the amount of BS this man has and is not afraid to just like double down is I'm impressed by it actually. This has to be like one of the worst response videos that I have personally witnessed and seen myself. And considering that I've been watching YouTube pretty religiously since like the days of Leafy and the old Pyrocynical, I have kind of been exposed to my fair share of drama in the YouTube space. And yeah, this has to be one of the worst apologies to come out in a long time. And it's funny that Logan, instead of trying to take accountability and trying to be, the adult in the room, saying that, you know what, you're right, I was wrong in some of these instances, and I'm going to be an adult and take responsibility. He's just deflecting all blame possible. He doesn't take any blame for being the founder, and like for the people that he ended up hiring and he didn't end up firing afterwards, or that he didn't come clean to his audience, or that he wasn't even freaking updating them about the project. He's saying, yeah, the project is still fine, this project is still ongoing, but when there was so much time that was complete with radio silence and no updates on the status, and even saying we're working on things, unfortunately we ran into a couple roadblocks, you can't even do that, and you're going to say that you have the moral high ground or whatever he said in the video. It's just a bunch of BS that I'm surprised he even thought was remotely good enough to post for other people to see. As far as I'm aware, his brand image should be gone again, just like he did with the Suicide Forest. Logan Paul should not be trusted. He should not have a platform to really speak on. I'm not saying for his account to get removed off of YouTube, but people should recognize that at the end of the day, Logan Paul is not just a greedy scumbag, but he's also a narcissist and has a really inflated ego just because of where he is and his position of power. And I really wish that the redemption arc that Logan was going on would have panned out a little bit better, just because it's nice to see someone being able to turn their life around and turn a new leaf. Even though I don't watch his content or whatever, just being able to see that, yeah, someone did fuck up a lot before, but now they're changing for the better, and to see them not achieve that and instead just going back to their old roots is, yeah. I guess some habits die hard, or they come back from the dead like Jesus did. Well, we'll see in the next couple weeks how this Logan Paul situation turns out, but we can only hope really that he actually takes responsibility, or with his lawsuit that he's having against CoffeeZilla just exposes him even more for the scumbag douchebag that he is and all the money that he stole from people. I don't believe that his crypto project will ever come to fruition, especially not in the state that cryptocurrency is in now. No one wants to be associated with crypto. No one wants to invest in crypto. So good luck actually making a functional game.
It's also funny that he plugs the game at the very fucking end of the video like anyone gives a shit. It's really tone deaf, Logan.